Morning, morning. How's everyone doing today? Happy Wednesday. Happy Boom Boom Day. Hopefully, it's Boom Boom Day and not another boring Wednesday. Yeah, can everyone see me and hear me? See me on YouTube, hear me on Discord? Yes? Awesome. Yes, both. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I think today we're just gonna hang out here. We have FOMC at 2. The market, it's been a little bit choppy. Well, very choppy. Very difficult to trade so far December, just like last year. Um, and we have, yeah, December last year was just like this one right now. So something to think about is with trading when it comes to what happened in the past, most likely it's gonna happen in the future. So if you were here December last year, you can see the future. You pretty much can see a future. Um, these past 2 weeks, it's been exactly like December 2024. So whatever you did wrong or right December 2024, you can do it again or not do it if December 2024 wasn't a good month for you. I remember it was a very difficult month for me, so I pretty much stopped trading on the second week of December last year. But we'll see. Thank you for the support, guys. Thank you. To be honest, I'm excited for FOMC because we could have movement on the market next week because of FOMC. Whatever happens, doesn't matter if we have good or bad news, the market most likely is gonna move the rest of the week, hopefully. So we could have good price action or something that we can trade next week. So what I like to do with FOMC Wednesdays is I like passing evals, or if I'm feeling kind of frisky, I go for quick scalps. I feel like 1 minute before FOMC, we have like big move before Powell starts speaking, and that's what I like trading. I like to trade that. And then I like giving it at least Thursday and Friday so can the market digest whatever happened on Wednesday. And then the next week is when I really feel comfortable trading, because if you have a big event on the market needs a little bit of time. And we need time also to kind of digest and see what it's gonna be the real direction after FOMC. So that's why I like trading or looking for A plus setups on the next week. So that's my plan for the rest of the week, like not doing much until Monday, to be honest. What day am I wearing the Christmas outfit? If I'm here on the 20th or the 22nd, I can do it. I can get a Christmas hat. Okay, let's see. Some charts. Let's see if we can find anything that I like. Circle, beautiful. Anyone it's on that swing trade with me? I took that swing trade. When was it that we took that swing trade? Let's see. Circle on the 3rd. So last week on the 3rd. Yeah, that was beautiful. Beautiful. Very clean break and retest to the 82 level. I still like it. Still like circle a lot. I took a bunch of profits. Um, um, I bought a bunch of shares. Like when the market went down a lot last month of the end of the November on the 25th, I remember it was like not the 19th, late 20, like 25th, 20, yeah, 20, I think it was like 26. I started buying a bunch of shares on Hood, Palantir. I bought Meta, Nvidia. I posted on ADR trades. Yeah, Palantir, Nvidia, Hood, Oracle, Meta. All those trades are up a lot. So we pretty much catch the bottom. And then circle the break and retest of 880. Beautiful. Like I said before, I took most of my profits on the swing trade. But I'm holding my entire position with shares. My shares, I'm holding 100% of my shares. The plan that I have with my shares on that I bought on Hood, Palantir, Circle, Meta, Nvidia is to do the wheel. I don't know if you guys know what's the wheel strategy with options and shares. So basically, if you have 100 or more than 100 shares, you can sell contracts against your shares. So that way, it's pretty much a kind of passive way of making money off of your shares without selling them. So yeah, pretty much kind of like core colds. Yeah, it's your bread and butter. Yeah, I used to do it a lot. I used to do the wheel a lot years ago, but I don't know why I stopped doing it. I think I was too busy doing too many things. But with the dip that we got in November, it was an amazing opportunity to just buy a bunch of stocks that I think they have a big future, that in the future can go 100% or even more, like Palantir and Hood. I think both are gonna be huge in the future. So it was really nice opportunity to buy the dip with shares and then just forget about them. But if you know how to do the wheel, you can start like using those shares and making a little bit extra money, right? Without selling your shares. Yeah, remember to like the video, guys. Like the video on YouTube, subscribe also. Okay, let's see. Circle, I like it a lot. In fact, even if it goes down to 268, I still like it a lot. But the main support level that we want to see is 80. We want to see 80 holding. 80 right now, it's pretty much holding previous day high. Well, not previous day, Thursday and Monday high, which is pretty good. And yesterday made a new high for the week. So it's making higher highs and higher lows, which is pretty bullish. Nothing bearish about it. Today, if can hold 87.50, I think we could see more upside. Like my main PT for circle, the number one, it's gonna be 107, 108. And then I have um a lot of more upside here around 150. That will be the second one, and then 180. But yeah, circle is looking pretty good. Let's see Nvidia. Nvidia, beautiful, beautiful swing trade. You guys remember that I call it out on Wednesday and also call it out on the stream on Tuesday. Extremely easy swing trade. I'll pull back long off of the 180 level, like break and retest 101. I think as long as it keep holding above 180, 179, it's pretty bullish. Now it keeps rejecting 186. So we want to see 186 holding here. It's trying. I don't know if that's gonna happen today, but if it can break 186 and really hold it as support, we can expect a lot more upside on Nvidia, but obviously everything's gonna depend on FOMC. But yeah, I like a lot this Nvidia chart. A lot of charts have a lot of potential to the upside after the pullback on November. Overall, Nvidia and Circle broke the big downtrend that they had, and now they're making higher highs and higher lows. So we just need the overall market to move for these ones to really go. But yeah, Nvidia 186, big level to watch. If not, it's gonna pull back maybe to 82, 182, 184 also. If it can go back down to 180, that will be also a really nice pullback long opportunity, I will say. Let's see, Apple really like this pullback to 276, 277. Looking pretty good. The only thing that I don't like about this, like I like this hold, it was 277 was 277 and 276 was a very strong support in October and November. Now, but the thing is, like, now looks like a huge head and shoulder, big one. So kind of turn here. What is it gonna be? Are we gonna have this huge head and shoulder playing out? Or we're gonna hold 276 and keep going higher? But this head and shoulder is looking pretty tempting. And if this head and shoulder plays out on Apple, it's gonna go back down to this choppy range that it had for like 2 weeks. It's gonna be pretty interesting. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting to see if these head and shoulders gonna play out. I will say under 275 or 276, we could play head and shoulder here and break and retest to the downside if the market is weak. If the market is weak. Let's see Teslita. You guys love Tesla. Pretty choppy. Really nice uptrend, but very, very choppy. Yesterday high, very clean level to watch today. If can hold yesterday high as support, we could expect more upside on Tesla. So I'm gonna put on alerts here. Like it if can hold yesterday high as support. Yep. I will say the two main levels to watch here on Tesla will be yesterday high and yesterday's low. It's been moving on that range for 2 days already. Yep. Let's see SPY. SPY also has a big head and shoulder here. I'm gonna watch this. Yep. Under 681.50, we could expect more downside here on SPY. It's been on very nice uptrend, but with low volume, and intraday, the price action is terrible. But if we zoom out, it has a very clean uptrend. So for what I'm noticing is that this market, it's been really nice for swing trading, terrible for day trading. So I did pretty good on my swings this month so far, but I'm having a lot of trouble day trading, right? That's why I didn't trade yesterday. I don't think it was worth it trading yesterday. I don't think it's worth trading today, honestly. But let's see if we can have anything play out. But yeah, SPY under 681.50. I like it for more downside, especially because this uptrend, it's very tight. Like if we look at the daily, the candlesticks are extremely small because we have very low volume, right? So we have nice uptrend, but the daily candlesticks are very small. So that's why we're having such a difficult time trading intraday, because when you have small candlesticks, it means you have no movement pretty much. So yeah, I like this possible play on, I'm gonna watch this on ES and SPY, pretty much the same thing. I'm trading in GC, so what's your level? No, I'm not trading gold. I'm not touching gold. Um, Amazon, let's see. I don't like trading Amazon. Amazon is extremely choppy, just like Meta. Um, Amazon also has a big head and shoulder. It's looking, I don't know. Um, I don't know. I don't like trading Amazon. It's super choppy. It has a very clean downtrend here. The market, okay, so one thing to look at is if the market's been going up and Amazon's been going down, what does that tell you? What's the ticker for silver? SLV, maybe? I know silver is moving. Yeah. Okay. Is this a new all-time high on silver? Yes? Okay, so pull back to previous all-time high could be nice. on silver. I know silver, yeah, silver, it's been moving a lot um the past few days. Look at that. Yeah, pull back to previous all-time high could be a nice play here. And it has a gap there, so yeah, I'm gonna put an alert here at near previous all-time high on silver and wait for that pullback. Okay, the market is open. Ding, ding, ding. Good luck, everyone. Ooh, okay. Do we have data today? Let's see how the Q is gonna react to to pre-market low. Yeah, I know we have FOMC, but we have any data at 9:45 or 10? Okay, where the Q is right at pre-market low. Okay. Okay, the Q is trying to hold here. Under pre-market low, I'd like it for more downside. If it holds here and then holds the VWAP, I'd like it for a possible bounce play. FOMO C. That's funny. It's still looking pretty weak. Nvidia's pretty weak. Yike. Okay. I'm gonna be very, very, very patient today. But so far, I like this pre-market low rejection. The 834, big level for ES. Let's see if it's gonna hold it. Apple weak, Nvidia very weak. Damn. What a sell-off here. We have yesterday's low now here on the Q, on NQ, and Monday low. Yesterday's low and Monday low. Are we gonna hold here? So far, it looks like the head and shoulder that we talk about, it's in play. So far. Important level here for SPY. If cannot hold here, we're gonna have the head and shoulder playing out. Okay. Whoa, okay. What a bounce. What a bounce. Tesla so ugly and choppy. Just gave the entire bounce back. Oh my god. Tesla being Tesla. Damn, Amazon. Amazon needs to hold Friday high as support. The Q still fighting this pre-market low, trying to hold it. I want to see it holding the VWAP first to play a bounce here. Apple, really nice, 276.5 hold. It's been holding that level for like 3 days. Yike. Yike. So far, I don't love anything. Yes, definitely a little bit stronger than NQ, but both are not holding the view up, so for me, there's no upside move yet. But I like the ES hold. Okay, I like this SPY VWAP hold. If you can really hold the VWAP, I like it for a bounce play. So far, it's holding support, which is pre-market low. Also held Monday low. We'll see. Okay, we're looking better here. Or not. Yeah, we're fighting pre-market low. We're trying to hold, but it doesn't look strong enough for me to like it. Okay, this is better. Way better. If I do take it, do I take NQ on ES? I don't know, to be honest. I don't know yet. IWM. It's looking exactly like SPY and KQQ. To the upside, I like more ES. To the downside, so far, I like more NQ. But I'm watching SPY and QQQ VWAP for a possible hold. But I don't really like this candlestick. I wanted to see a strong 5-minute candlestick closing, and then the next one gives me a pullback to the VWAP. These candlesticks are gonna look like they're gonna close with a long wick at the top. What do I think about IWM? It looks exactly like SPY, so just pick one. They both look exactly the same. Okay, I'm watching this pullback here on NQ, pullback to the VWAP. Oh, too late. Oh, I missed my entry there. That was a really nice break and retest of the VWAP on NQ. On QQQ. You are in? You got that? Nice. Yeah, that looking pretty good. I missed my entry. I was too busy speaking. Apple is pretty strong so far. What you VWAP I'm using on trading view? I don't know, just VWAP. Damn, I missed my entry on that play. That was pretty good. Pretty good. That was very clean. Pull back to the VWAP, held. That was the entry. So yeah, the Q has a gap above. I think we're gonna go for it. Apple really nice 276.50 hold today. That is a very important level for Apple. It was previous resistance on October and November. Now looks like it's acting as support. SPY looks like it wants to go to pre-market high. And after that, it's gonna be yesterday high. Ugly Nvidia price action. Yike. Yeah, this is an ugly candlestick. 5 minute candlestick. Pretty ugly here on the queue. The queue is still holding the VWAP. It's yellow, J-Lo. That's funny. The Q just gave us another pullback long off of the VWAP. But I don't like these candlesticks, so it's giving us like pullback longs, keep holding the VWAP, but I don't love these candlesticks. The Q is having a lot of trouble to go higher. Apple just keeps going higher, same thing with ES. If the Q loses the VWAP, I like for more downside. Gonna wait and see how this 5 minute candle is gonna close. Depending on that, I'm gonna look for short play or a long play. QQQ VWAP is under 623. I don't have it I have it at 623.52. Okay. Okay. Okay, another SPY VWAP hold. Yike. What a fake out on Tesla. You. Tesla being Tesla. Yeah, Amazon's pretty strong today. I think if can keep holding it above 231 on the VWAP, we could see more upside here. Let's see Meta. Not doing anything. It's not really moving. Pretty flat. But these are very interesting. Like Meta filled the gap and is holding 648. I like this Meta pullback. If it wasn't because we have FOMC today, I'll be looking for a swing trade on Meta. Because Meta had news last week, gap up like let's see how many points, like almost 40 points, and now feel that gap and it's holding. I like this pullback possible long on Meta. I do like it a lot. But do I trust it? Not really. Yeah, I do like it a lot. Meta has a huge gap above. That's why I'm holding shares. Meta shares. I like that. I think Meta has a lot of room to go. But again, we have FOMC today, so anything can happen. SPY, QQQ, especially QQQ are looking pretty weak. Okay. Okay. I think now is when we're gonna see more downside. We got our fake out above the VWAP, and now it's looking pretty weak. That's an ugly 5-minute candle on Apple, clear rejection candle. Yeah, I agree with you, Tanya. Yeah. Kind of choppy price action so far. That was a ugly fake out to the upside. Now it looks like our head and shoulder is gonna play out. I like the NQ QQQ downside, possible downside. The problem that I have here is SPY, yes, are holding support too good for me to go for short on NQ. But I do like it a lot, this possible downside on NQ. But I like QQQ under 623. But SPY, yes, they just don't want to go lower. Yeah, look at SPY again bouncing off the VWAP, off of the VWAP. It's getting tricky. Nvidia, if loses this downtrend, we could see a bigger move to the downside. If it loses the uptrend, I'm sorry. Yeah, we want to see Nvidia holding this little uptrend. If not, we could see it going back down to 182 and then 180. NQ, very choppy price action. Yes, definitely cleaner than NQ. SPY, very nice VWAP hold. QQ, it's been above and below the VWAP, so that's telling us that it's pretty choppy. Yeah, we have no direction, especially on the Q. But I mean, it was expected. This choppy price action was expected. But I'm gonna say this SPY VWAP hold, it's clean. Like SPY keeps like bouncing off of pre-market low, keeps holding the VWAP. Like so far, it's telling us that it doesn't want to go lower. NQ, QQQ is another thing, but SPY so far holding pretty good. Yike. Look at that candlestick on NQ. NQ keeps fighting the 600 level. So far, this price action is keeping me away from taking any trades. Also, I'm being very picky with my day trades because I mean it's the last we have how many weeks? 2, 3 weeks maybe for the year to end. We want to end the year like happy, without stress, feeling good with our performance, with what we learned this year. So I'm not looking to screw my Christmas. I'm looking forward to put in practice everything that I learned. Put in practice on 2026 everything that I learned this year. Hopefully, becoming a better trader, trading less, and being even more patient with my trades. Go out in a high? Yes, 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 yes. Like this December price action is not worth your having like a bad end of the year. Think about it. Like if even if you had like a very good 2025, if you had a bad December, you're gonna feel terrible starting the 2026. It's not worth it. Save your mental power. Also save your money for a good setup and starting 2026 with a bone. Yes, for me, yes, definitely. Less trades, more money. Yeah. I still think that the way that I change my trading when it comes to less trades and more bigger size, it's definitely better than taking 5, 7 trades in a day. It's like cooking 6 steaks so you can eat one that's good. So you pretty much put in like losing 5 steaks to be able to eat one. Yeah, like I've been the past 2 years, I definitely changed the way that I trade, and I like it more this way. I day trade futures, I scalp futures, and I swing trade options, and I've definitely seen way better results with my trading. So I've been doing this for I think 9 years now, and you realize that you can always learn, and you can always learn something new and improve little by little. Yeah, SPY just doesn't want to go lower. That's why NQ is having so much trouble going lower. SPY keeps holding the VWAP. It looks like it's flagging, making a bull flag. Yeah, it's kind of like Shitty Friday on a green week. Yes. Having a bad December after having a really nice 2025. Yes. Pretty much the same. Apple now looks weak, but as long as keeps holding 276.50, I will not go short on Apple. How many trades you guys have taken so far today? I want to see that. One, only 56? Zero? Okay. Zero, I like that. I like that answer. Nice. Nice. Zero, okay. Zero and one, I like that answer. Four? That's too much. How you can take 4 trades on a crappy price action day? It doesn't matter if all 4 trades are green. Like these price actions not giving you 4 A+ setup trades. -10. 6, 7. Damn. Yeah, the QQQ keeps holding 623, but it's doing nothing. Like QQQ is not moving. 623, it's pre-market low. Like you don't need a level there. That's pretty easy. 623 pre-market low. I mean, we should always have pre-market low, pre-market high, previous day high, previous day low. In fact, I think you only need that if you're a scalper with those four levels, you can you can trade. Yeah, I really like meta, but I'm not gonna trade options today. Option today is a terrible day to play options. Yeah, you can trade options when the market is sideways. It's gonna eat up your contracts. Swing trades, yeah, but swing trade is completely different than day trading. Can I up the volume? I think I'm talking too far from the mic. Sorry. Volume's good. Okay. Yep, it's December 2024 all over again. But look at the positive side. Like it's like seeing the future. Yeah, and it is Christmas. I'm super excited for 2026. Can't wait for that. Yeah, I have new plans for my trading style. Like I'm changing things when it comes to my trading. I'm also coming up with new things for YouTube. Yeah, I have a lot of plans for 2026 and a lot more traveling also. Come to Rio, Brazil. I would love to be honest. Amazon? What is Amazon doing? Oh, it's flagging, holding the VWAP and holding 231. That's pretty bullish, but I'm like I said before, I'm not touching. I'm not gonna trade options today. Not touching options today. Highlight four of the new things in streaming. I don't know, what do you guys want to see me doing on stream or on YouTube? Any videos you want me to do? If I can, I'm gonna record my rubber band strategy that I do with FOMC. So if I can do that today, I'll do it. And I'll post it on YouTube. Sharing all my levels. You have it on my Discord. Prop versus trading. You have that video. I already made that video here. Um, props versus my own money. And it is. You have that video here. A year in review video, and that's too much work. But I'll try it. I'll try that. Videos on staying patience. Okay. SPY still holding the VWAP. I might try it out if I see a little pullback closer to the VWAP and it holds again. But I don't think it's even worth it because it's extremely choppy. Day in the life. Okay, I can do that. This is getting boring. When are we gonna have like a good Wednesday? Wednesday price action, it's been so bad. Oh, thank you, Hans. Not really bad. You guys making money today? One day following a Tuesday. Oh, you guys are cute. Thank you. You're up 14 bucks. Yep. Yeah, 100%. There goes Tesla. There goes everything. Everything just had a big green candle. Small 330? Well, 3:30, it's a lot. For a day like today, that's a lot. What do you think it's gonna happen today? Up or down? We're going up or down? I think the market needs to cool off a little bit. No, I'm not gonna be here for FOMC. Down, up, dump, down. I think we're going down also, but who knows? Flat? We could be. The thing is, like, if you look at the daily on ES and NQ, we keep going higher, but on very low volume and very small candlesticks. So whenever that happens, I've seen it before, it means that we're gonna pull back. Do I use screeners? No, I don't use anything. Mm. We did have a correction on October, November, but I think we need a little pullback after having let's see, like 1 week of crappy price action with low volume, making higher highs and higher lows with low volume. I think that's, I pull back to 790 on ES will be nice. 790, 780. That's what I'm looking for. What time is FOMC? Is at 2 in the afternoon. Yeah, so we have nothing. You guys overthink this too much. Think about big, like, retail traders and big institutions and all that, market makers, algos. Like, there's no need for all that. Just look at the labels and what the candlesticks are telling you, and don't overthink it. Yeah, I agree with you, kid. I feel like people watch those type of videos on YouTube or TikTok, and then there you come here and repeat that thing. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You don't need any of that. You don't need to think about any of that. Just look at the candlesticks on the bigger time frame and remember what happened in the past. So the market move just like move in the past. It is based on data. Yeah, I think it's not like it's only price action. I think you don't need to think about all those things. Just keep it simple. If you can trade only based on price action, you'll do it fine. Fine. Yeah, I agree with you, Simon. Yes. Like learning how to trade, learning how to read the market, it's pretty easy. You can do that in, I don't know, 6 months. The difficult part is the psychology. Like, are you able to sit here with me watching these and not take a trade? Or are you watching these price action and taking 5 trades? When in reality, there's no reason for you to do that. So it's all about psychology. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of discipline, a lot of patience. Like, I think it's also about being able to read patterns and understand the real risk to rewards when you're trading, right? So trading these price action is high risk or low risk. It's high risk, right? So do I want to put my money into something that is high risk? What about spread trades? I don't know. What about it? What do I want for Christmas? Honestly, I don't want anything. I'm pretty happy with my life right now. I'm pretty happy with how 2025 um how everything turned out for me on 2025. Like I'm doing pretty good with my health, with my trading, with my regular life. I'm happy with my life, so I don't need anything. Well, I need a new computer. So, and I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna buy it. Um, I think by the end of the year. So that's the only thing that I really need, a new computer. I have what computer I have? I have an Mac Mini from 2020. This I think this computer is perfect if it wasn't because I'm streaming. When you stream, you need a lot of memory, like RAM memory. So that's why I need a new computer. For trading, it's fine. The thing is when I'm streaming. I'm gonna buy a laptop because I'm thinking on traveling a lot more next year, so I just need one computer for both things, for when I'm home and when I'm traveling. How many monitors? Um, so technically you can only add two screens to the Max computer, but you buy like external adapter and you can I have three screens right now. And also thinking on changing my screens and only having one large one. Because I have the main one in front of me, I have another one at the top, and I have another one on my right. And I'm feeling like I'm having neck problems because of that. So I think I'm gonna change it and only have one wide screen where I can have everything in just one screen, and that's it. No more neck problems. Okay, let's see if Spy is gonna hold the view up again. It's looking weak. The 69, 69 inch. I was looking at the, let me check. I think the 45 or 49. Yeah, the 49 Odyssey. You had the 49 and it's perfect. Yeah, I think that's the one that I'm gonna get. Yeah, Spy is looking weak. The key still doing nothing. Yeah, I know building a PC it's cheaper than a MacBook. I'm not that tech savvy. I don't want to build a computer. I don't want to deal with any of that. Also, I'm a Mac person, an Apple person. I don't care if it is more expensive. I have a Mac laptop, iPhone, and the Mac Mini. I haven't used a window in, I don't know, 12 years. A window computer, I have no idea how, like, if you give me a window computer, I wouldn't be able to use it. Spy is reacting the VWAP. Is this time for real? Let's see. For real? 50% off on Apple products? On Chase? Sapphire? Ooh. It's not for real, or is it? Oh. I'm gonna look up that. That's a lie? No way? Okay. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT later. With points. Now, when thinking on getting a new credit card, I'm having a lot of promotions with 21 month zero interest. So I think I'm gonna do that for my new computer and screen. Nvidia is pretty weak today. It's rejecting our uptrend. I'm gonna try this 623 rejection on QQQ. Oh my god, I only bought it. I couldn't buy two. I want to buy more contracts. I only got two. Let's see if I can have a little bounce and reject 623 again. Okay. Why not cash? Because why would I pay cash if I can have 21 months to pay it? I mean, we are traders. We should know these type of things. We play with money. We should be smart about it and take advantage of things like that. Whoa, okay. Damn, I was too slow and I was only able to get 2 micros. That's nothing. That's a very small size. Very small position. Let's see. But if we have a break and retest to morning low, I'm gonna add more. Or if we have a bounce here and reject 623 again. I like 609, 620 on NQ. Yeah, I like this possible head and shoulder playing out. The one that we talk about on QQQ, NQ, and ES. Long or short? Short. The knees and toes looks better? That's funny. The Q needs to lose morning low, which is around 622. 582 on NQ. Pretty much today's low and then yesterday's low. Zero, I have no money. Damn, that's a good deal. 600 bucks for a 57 screen? Yep, that's a pretty good deal. The 49 inches, it's like 800. We got a very clean PA on the day I took off. Today is not a clean PA. It's a very choppy PA. We have a bunch of nothing for how long? 1 hour. Okay, so I'm gonna go to Best Buy and try it out, the 57 and the 49. Okay. We could have a bounce here. The Q is holding morning low. Same thing with ES. I like this Nvidia downside. Nvidia lost its uptrend. Very nice reaction. 185 reaction. I can see Nvidia going even lower. I kind of want to see the Q bouncing to 623 and reacting there. Okay, can you give me more downside here? What a bounce on ES. You short Nvidia? No, I'm not trading options today. Okay, I added on that bounce. Let's see if we have any continuation to the downside. Okay, we're looking pretty good. I'm gonna start taking some profits here. Yep. Let's see if we have any continuation to the downside. Okay. Come on, give me more. Okay. Yeah, ES doesn't want to go lower, but NQ is still pretty weak. Okay, I'm taking a little bit more profits. NQ on their pre-market low, QQQ on their pre-market low. I like it for a more downside, but are we gonna have continuation to either side a day like today? I want to see NQ under 614, 610. Yeah, we want to see a reaction here. So that's a big candlestick. Yeah, I don't like that. What was that? Q bounced to the VWAP. Okay, if QQQ holds the VWAP, I'm gonna get out of this trade. Added more on that bounce. But if we keep holding 623 on the Q, I don't think we're gonna have any downside continuation. I want to see QQQ rejecting the VWAP here. Okay. Can we have more downside? Okay. Gonna start looking some profits here again. You know what? I'm only gonna hold 2 runners. That's it. I'm gonna hold 2 runners to see if we can have more downside. What an ugly price action. Nvidia is still pretty weak. Anyone on Nvidia puts? Okay, I like this. I like this reaction. I like this reaction a lot. Can the Q lose morning low now? Okay. I'm gonna sell one more, holding 1. I'm gonna put my last runner at break even, pretty much. And then I'm just gonna leave it and see. I really wanna see if the market is gonna give me the head and shoulder on QQQ. So holding 1 only. That's a very, very small position. I want to see the Q losing morning low. If that happens, I think we can have a bigger pullback today. Pretty good trade. Pretty much. It almost stopped me out, that huge green candlestick. That was weird. I think as long as Nvidia keeps being weak, the market is gonna have trouble going higher. Come on, reject here. Go lower already. Okay. We're looking better now. I'm gonna move my stop loss even lower. Key level here for the Q. This is yesterday's low. If we reject yesterday's low, we're gonna keep going lower. Yep. This could be another trade also, but again, today is pretty difficult to trust anything. No, I'm using 50K accounts on Tradeify. And my accounts from Apex are also 50K accounts. I don't really like using 25K accounts. The only ones that I like are the TPT, Take Profit Trader, 25K accounts. Okay, we have the Q holding morning low, or at least trying. Because the most important thing on a prop firm account is looking how much they're asking, like the ratio between the profit target and the drawdown. So today I'm copy trading with 5 Tradeify account from the new plan, the select. So this money I'm gonna be able to withdraw it today. Why do I like the 25K? Because it's cheaper and the profit to drawdown ratio it's better than the other props. The same reason, yeah. Come on, NQ, just go lower already. Don't hold here. Yeah, just like if you have a big buffer, that's the drawdown. If we hold here, I'm gonna be all out of my position. I don't wanna keep baby watching this trade. Okay, I like that reaction. Can you close under 560 NQ? Yeah. So the NQ trade, it was a combination of 623. It was a combination of 620 NQ level plus the VWAP on QQQ. Also, the Q it's been weaker than ES, and you have Apple and Nvidia being weak. So I was watching all that. So you have Nvidia being weak, we have NQ being weak, you have NQ reacting 620, and then you have QQQ reacting the VWAP. Okay, I'm gonna move my stop loss a little bit lower. If I get stop out, that's it. If the market keeps going lower, I'm gonna keep moving my stop loss lower. I mean, is this an A+ setup? No, it's a difficult setup because you don't have ES and NQ moving together. So you have ES holding pretty strongly and you have NQ being weak. But I said it before, to play the downside, I like more NQ. To play the upside, I like more ES. And then you have Apple and Nvidia being weak. So I was like, okay, let's try this possible rejection play on NQ. And another thing is, like, if you look at the YouTube stream, you can see how I was adding on bounces near to my resistance and stop loss, and I was taking profit on rejection. So I did that twice. I only entered with 4 or 5 contracts, and then I added more when I saw NQ bouncing and rejecting. I added 5 more, so my max was 10. And then when we reject the first time, I took off 5. And then when we bounce again and I saw the rejection on VWAP, I added 5 more to hold 10. And then I took 5 off again. So basically, I was playing with the bounces and rejections and taking profits on the way down. Okay, I'm gonna move my stop loss a little bit more lower and just keep holding this last runner. No, I have, these are Tradeify Select plan, which is the new plan that you can take daily drawdown. You can do daily, you can take profits daily. So you can take out your money daily. Obviously, after the building the buffer, which I did last week. Beautiful, beautiful reaction. Anyone got this reaction on the queue? That was pretty clean. Very, very clean VWAP reaction. 623 reaction also on QQQ. 620 on NQ. Nvidia is dead. And that was a perfect pre-market plan also on Nvidia. I told you guys, if Nvidia cannot hold that uptrend, I'm looking for a lot more downside on Nvidia. Yeah, you don't. I never said I have the 25K accounts, guy. I said I have the 50K accounts. How long it took me to pass those new accounts? New 1 day. I don't waste time with evals. If I can pass them in 1 or 2 days, I do that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful reaction. Moving my stop loss even lower. That was perfect. I'm happy that I'm holding a runner here. Can you recommend any course that give you this market knowledge like it was your foundation? I never took any course. Honestly, I learned by trading on my own. Like I gotta say, like, I'm the type of person that I'm very detail oriented. I think that helped me a lot, that I can read, I can see patterns and remember them. Like, also, I was so desperate to make money trading that I was like being really, really uh focused on making it as a trader. Okay, we want to see a rejection. If we bounce here, we want to see a rejection of morning low for this downside to continue. When was my first entry? My first entry, I will say at, let me see if I can show you guys. This is gonna look like a mess, but uh, you can rewind the stream and watch it. You can see me adding and selling, but I don't know if you are gonna understand this. No, I don't want any time frame lower than 5 minutes. No, I don't. I watch what you guys see me watching on the stream. Those are, I use always daily, 30 and 5 minutes at the same time. That's my holy grail. Daily, 30 and 5. I use the daily to look at the overall market. I want to know what's the overall trend, what's the daily time frame telling me, and then I use the 30 and the 5 to look for entries. Okay, so as long as NQ is under morning low, I think we can have more downside. If it goes above, I'm gonna get out of this position. Yeah, we want to see it rejecting here. How much accounts do you trade today? I don't understand that question. Apple with another 276.50 bounce. You use ChatGPT for that? Oh my god, nice. It really works? I've been thinking of making a bot for that. Okay, I'm about to get stop out here. Yeah, I gotta stop out there. Okay. Little nice scalp. $1,700 there. Oh, a little bit over 1,700. And I'm done with my day. It could still reject here, but I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, we have Nvidia holding the 182 level. We could see a bounce here to the VWAP because it's very far from the VWAP. Ooh, look at this reaction. Let's see if NQ is gonna react morning low. We're holding. I don't like this hold. If we're hold if we hold here and then just keep going higher, that is gonna mean we're just gonna keep chopping around. Yeah. Spy really wants to go. Just oh, we basically can keep buying pre-market low and Spy and make money today. Oh yeah, Apex is doing a 90% off deal right now. Ooh. Ooh, that's for FOMC. I'm gonna buy accounts for FOMC. Ooh. Okay. What's on sale? Apex accounts. Yep. FOMC sales. Mm, what a bounce here. Okay. Let's see how the Q is gonna react again to the VWAP. Are we gonna have another reaction or is it gonna hold it as support? Do you use market internals like Control D, ticks. No, guys, I don't use any of that. I don't use any indicators. I don't use anything. Only levels and reading candlesticks. Why make it so complicated? No indicators, no volume, no scanners, no nothing. No DMAs, no SMAs. You don't need any of that. I do this from Monday till Thursday every morning for free here on YouTube. And that's the only time I trade. I don't trade in the afternoon. I only trade when I'm here on YouTube. We have another Apple bounce. 276.50. YouTube delay is 10 seconds. That's nothing. That's why I always explain what I'm looking for. You don't need to copy trade me. The only thing that you need is an understanding the trade. So should be able to make the decision if you want to trade that or not. You don't need me to tell you when to enter or when to exit. I'm only here explaining what I'm seeing on the charts and what I'm looking forward for me to take a trade. And I explain all that before taking any trade. That's all you need. You don't need signals, you don't need anything. And honestly, that's how you learn how to trade. You're gonna try a long here on SPY right at resistance. We rejected 683.50 all morning. So I'll be careful here. If you want a long here, wait for a break and retest. And then we have pre-market high. Tesla wasn't gonna give up 445. Thank you. Yes, I'm trading options, and yes, I'm up nicely. That sounds like a Karen. Somebody likes to fight early in the morning. I see you doing that every single Wednesday. Beautiful reaction here. Very clean also. Let's see if ES can break 856 and then 860. Two levels that we rejected all morning. Beautiful, beautiful reactions here at 856 on ES. $683.50 on SPY. Perfect reaction there. Apple looks like it wants more upside. Yeah, I will say, even though today it's been pretty choppy, the the morning lows, pre-market low, it's been holding, right? So that's pretty clean, at least on ES and SPY. The Q, it's been extremely choppy today, but ES, SPY held pre-market low all morning. SPY was very clear that it wanted to go higher. Very, very clear. Now let's see how we're gonna react to pre-market high here. I think if SPY can hold 684, we could see a lot more upside. And that's 860 on ES. Mm. Who did I learn when I started trading? I didn't learn from anyone, to be honest. I will say I learned from my mistakes. But I didn't learn from one person specifically. I learned from looking at my mistakes and looking at patterns on the charts. Yeah, Nvidia pretty weak so far. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful reaction here on ES. Perfect reaction. I will say after trading 2 years is when I really understood what trading means and how to read the charts. And I realized that up to then, all I needed to do was understanding my psychology when it came to my trades. Why futures mostly and not stocks? I like trading futures. I've been trading futures for 2 years. I like the more that I like it about futures right now. It's just very quick, one click in, one click out, and I'm not using my own money. Um, so I really like trading futures with the opportunity that trading futures with prop firms and copy trading accounts. I think it's huge. Okay, I'm waiting for 860 on ES to see how we're gonna react there. So far, I like this reaction here on SPY and ES. Are you in puts? No, I'm not trading options today, and I don't trade options on SPY and QQQ. I trade futures. And right now, I'm in no positions. I'm not holding anything right now. Oh yeah, like everything, like it's up to you to make it to be serious about trading. Doesn't matter if you're trading options, shares, futures. It's always you. It's always being real with yourself, being patient, good risk management. And that doesn't matter what you're trading. Yeah, Apple, beautiful, beautiful 276.50 hold all morning. It's been bouncing off that level for like 2 weeks now. Let's see if Apple is gonna break 278.50. That's the reaction area in the morning. I like this reaction here. Looking pretty clean so far. We'll see. I wanted to see SPY a little bit higher to play the reaction. Yeah, I want to see 684 on SPY and 860 on ES. Oh, if you guys want to do the futures challenge with me that I'm gonna start next month, this Apex sale, this 90% off sale on Apex is perfect for that. You have time to buy the accounts, pass them, and then be ready for the 2026 futures challenge. No, the net 90% off started today. How to link the account? It's pretty easy, guys. Just use groups on Tradeify. So yeah, I'm waiting here. I'm not gonna take any trades unless I see ES going to 860. If I see a reaction, I'm gonna look for a quick reaction play. If it acts as support, I might look for an upside continuation. So far we're stuck here at 856. Yeah, you can do that. Buy 40. Short, go long on 20 and go short on the other 20. You're gonna pass 20. And then you're ready for the 2026 challenge with 20 PA accounts already. I only use that on FOMC days. The rubber band strategy. Is Apex still making problems when making payouts? Only if you don't follow the rules like any other prop. You gotta follow their rules. They do have more rules than other props, but that's why you pay for being able to copy trade with 20 accounts. So that's what I use. That's the only reason why I use Apex, because I can copy trade with 20 accounts. Nothing beats that. And that's why I also have TPT and Tradeify accounts, because less rules and I can withdraw my money daily. So you gotta choose your battles. Yeah, you can pass an Apex account in one day. Video for how to trade futures? That's a lot of videos on YouTube. No, that haven't happened. So that happened like a year ago when Apex was requesting videos. Not anymore. They can't do that because there's so much competition that they need to get. They can't do that anymore. If you make it too difficult for people to apply for payments, they're gonna use another props. And there's so many props right now that every single one gets. See how strong the competition is by seeing how many changes and making it better for traders to become profitable trading with props. Elite trader funding. I don't know. I never used that one. I always go for the top 5. Apex, My Funded Futures, Tradeify, TPT, and Top Step. There's no reason to try new ones because that's how you get burned. So far, very clean rejection on ES. Circle, pull back to 82 will be nice. And what is my account size? Again, 50k. I use 50k's accounts. Apple trying to hold 278.50. That's a key level for Apple today. If Apple can use that level as support, most likely it's gonna go to 280. What's your percentage PNL per month? No idea. I only know that my trade win percentage is over 70. And when it's low, it's 50, which is pretty good. That's why my strategy of going for base hits with multiple accounts but it works for me. I know, right? Mm, no, that doesn't mean I'm going one to one risk to reward. Nope. That means when I go for a trade, I'm 70% right. Over 70% right. Which you can be only 40% right and still being a profitable trader, because it's all about how big are your losses compared to your winners. Beautiful reaction here. Very, very clean. Very clean reaction. Very clean reaction on SPY. That was perfect. I wanted to play that reaction, but I got distracted. Also 624 in QQQ. That was perfect. 278.50 on Apple. Also perfect reaction. Yeah, so how do you battle the intraday drawdown, right? With accounts like TPT, PAs, or Apex. You do it by taking one. First you gotta be patient and build your buffer with small size, trading with small size first, and then you gotta trade like I did today. So today what I did is I entered with a small size. I added more on a bounce because I was playing reaction, and then you take most of your profits on the first push. Like if you're trading to the upside, you gotta take a bunch of profits, lock a bunch of profits on the first push, and then if you wanna keep on if you want to keep holding the trade, just go with a very small size, like I did today. I was holding first with I entered with 5, I added 5 more, and then I took 5 off. So basically I was only holding 5 again on the first push, and then I was pretty much all out but holding one runner. And then I just kept moving my stop loss lower and lower until it stopped me out. So that's how you battle the intraday drawdown. You gotta take profits on a lot of profits on the first push, and then if you wanna see if the move is gonna continue, just hold one runner. Yeah, never go with big size, because drawdown doesn't matter if you're trading with the right size. Build first, get your account, like obviously get your eval, pass your eval, and then when you have a PA, you gotta be patient building your buffer. That's when you want to be very patient, not on the evals. At least for me, I don't waste time on evals. I try to pass evals on one day. um Obviously if you have a crappy price action, you're gonna blow up your evals trying to pass them one day, because you're not gonna be able to catch big move. It's gonna chop you around. But if you're trading your PAs, your funded accounts, you need to start with small size until you build your buffer. Above your buffer, you can start adding more size, but before that, you need to be patient. So, I've been trading like this on these only on these choppy market. I'm entering with 3 or 4 or 5 contract, and then if I see my thesis, like if I see that my thesis is correct, I add more. But on a regular market that is not sideways, that is trendy, on a market that is trendy, I will enter with my regular size, which is 10 or 15 micros on ES. But because of the market is so choppy lately, I just go lower in size. And then if I really like my trade, I'd add a little bit more. But I don't go full size on this market. I mean, we have seen how the market is when it's very like easy, trendy. You can literally buy any pullback and make money. When it's choppy, sideways, that's when it comes very difficult. And that is when we need to be able to recognize that and say, okay, either I don't want to trade these, I shouldn't be trading these because it's not giving me good setups, it is too risky, or I'll say, okay, I know it's too risky, let me go down on size, let me trade with a smaller size, and then see if I can catch anything. Yeah, guys, it's almost 12. I'm not gonna trade this. I'm pretty happy with my trading. I was waiting for EF to go to 860. I wanted to play a reaction there, but it's having a lot of trouble to even break 856, which is also a reaction area. But I wanted to go a little bit higher to pre-market high. Pretty much done with my day. Very happy with my patient today. Honestly, I thought I wasn't gonna trade today, but we got a very nice reaction play off of the VWAP on QQQ and 620 on NQ. The rubber band strategy, yeah, just search. Um, it is here. I'm gonna see if I can record my trade today. If I take any trade on FOMC, if I see an opportunity, I'm gonna do the rubber band there and pass 20 Apex accounts. I'm excited for that. But yeah, I'm done for today. Pretty happy with my trade today. Almost 2,000 for the day. It was above 1,700. So yeah, pretty happy with my patient, with how I traded today. I'll see you guys mañana here again on YouTube. If you guys can, please like the video on YouTube. And thank you. Subscribe also. Yep, I'll see you guys mañana here on YouTube. Thank you for being here. Bye.